Guys, MDW, Bossk, Sideshow Collectables review, coming now.
Sir, we have a priority signal from the Star Destroyer Avenger.
Right. Guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to quickly open Bossk up now so we can get right down to the goodness, which is the figure. So I believe this is a reissue of the Sideshow Collectables version of Bossk they did years ago. It's got a few bits and pieces that have been tweaked on it. I believe a new head sculpt on it and little bits they've thrown in here and but primarily it's the same figure. So let's have a little look at the box. So on the front of it, you've got the box with a picture of Bossk on it, Star Wars 6th scale down there. Back of the box, again, it's got a picture of the figure. It's got a little magnetic catch you open up with the Sideshow figures, so it's got another picture of the figure inside, and then a great window package display so you can actually see the figure within. I'm going to open this up now and slide it out. So this is another one to add to my Bounty Hunter collection. There you go, so I'm just literally waiting on Zuckuss and Dengar. I believe they're coming at the start of this year. I've already pre-ordered my Dengar, and Zuckuss is literally just coming like this month in January. So there you go, guys, there's a look at the figure inside the box. Oh, it's starting to fall out already. Got loads of little bits of goodies in there with him as well, and the amount of detail in his flight suit is superb. So let's get a closer look at him. Get out of the box here. So unlike some of the other figures, like the droids, Forlom and IG-88, I did actually like have little bits break off and stuff, so I took them out of the packaging, but nothing like that with Bossk. There we go. He's got loads of packaging around him to keep him protected. Take those off his arms there. Cool, okay, let's have a rundown of him. Everybody's out of the box, let's have a look at the legendary Trandoshan, known as Bossk. So, really, really cool figure. Bossk was always one of my favourite looking bounty hunters. Really menacing on the bridge that he took down to Apple Piet. He's got a really cool design for the figure. I don't know if you see it right away, but I always forget how long his arms are and how long his legs are. His suit kind of doesn't really fit him properly. So he's got this really massive long arm length. It almost makes him look really kind of a bit out of proportion. But yeah, that's he's really tall as well. So it kind of just brings it into line. So let's have a rundown of the articulation, then we'll go into the details of some of his excellent flight suit. So his head obviously goes up and down, left to right. I don't know if his jaw moves at all. I don't believe it does. No, it doesn't. It's got a couple of little bits of line there where it was, put together and glued, but it doesn't move. But yeah, anyway, his head goes all the way around, so that's fine. He's got a lot more movement than perhaps some of the other bounty hunters, the droids, because obviously his fabric of his flight suit. So his arms go all the way up, forward, backwards. They pretty much rotate all the way around, so there's no issues there with, say, the fabric does a good job at being able to make him articulate. His joint just above his long arm spins all the way around, so you can do 360 degree swivel there with that one. And then his hand as well is on the ball joint, so you'll be able to take the hand off and switch it for another one, which you get in the box, which I'll show you, but that spins all the way around as well. He has got a torso crunch. I believe it's a very small one though. Again, this part of his flight suit actually hinders that a little bit. It's all material pulling really tightly, so you can feel a little bit of a crunch. It doesn't stay in place though, it just literally goes straight back. The same with his waist swivel as well. His flight suit is very, very tight, so you're not going to get a waist swivel with Bossk, really, unfortunately. His legs are a lot more free moving, so they go all the way out as far as the flight suit will allow, so you can get them to do their splits. They go forward and back. Again, it doesn't really go back as far because, again, it pulls all these bits and pieces tight. You don't really want to break them. There is a swivel, I believe, at his leg as well, so they kind of swivel to the left and the right. Again, not much movement there. He has got a joint in his knee, so you can literally put him like kneeling, like that. You can't really, there's like loads of ammunition cylinders or grenades or gas or whatever around there, so again, you can't really, there's not a double joint on this one. You can see it go up like that, and that's about as far as you're going to get. There isn't a swivel either. I mean, the swivel kind of like is the whole leg, so it's probably this whole bit here is swiveling, but you just really get one knee joint there, and then his foot swivels, goes up and down, so it's on a ball joint. There, so that's like the range of motion that you get out of Bossk. Go now and have a quick look at the detail of his flight suit. So loads happening there. This is my favourite part of the figure, I reckon. So there's bits and bobs hanging off everywhere that move. So the whole flight suit is very well thought and put together. There's not really any bits. I've had this with the IG88 and Fall On where there's been like kind of brittle bits that you think, oh my god, if I move that it's going to fall off. There isn't really anything that feels like that on the flight suit here, so that's a good sign. So you can quite happily probably move the figure around freely without having to worry about anything happening like that. So he's got the neck seal around there that kind of moves. That's cool. So the atmospheric seal, we put a helmet on if it was a flight suit. That moves around, and it's got all this kind of apparatus here that's attached to it all by these plastic wires. It's soft gummy plastic, yeah, so it can move around quite a lot. There's a bit of material there. It's tight all in. There's a bit of Velcro, sorry, on each side of that actually. So yeah, so that can come off, and then you Velcro that in place. That doesn't move, so that's quite nice. So it kind of looks like it's moving around everywhere, but it doesn't really. On his shoulders, he's got these bits of strapping that attach to the front part of his flight suit. So again, you know, it's like little seals, it looks like, for atmosphere, breathing and walking outside. So yeah, that all attaches to that. There's another bit of black plastic rubber there. And it's quite cool. It looks like the whole part of this kind of front of this flight suit can actually be taken off. It looks like it can. I don't think it can though. It does look like it should be able to. If you press this button here, I'll have a look at that in a bit. I don't really want to take it all off now though. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that goes all the way around. There's this great pipe that comes all the way back down there and goes into the front of his flight suit. Sorry, everyone, I got a cold. I'm sniffling like no one's business. All the straps down here are pretty cool. They all kind of like hang, yeah, like the reminiscent of like Luke's X-Wing flight suit. It's got that pressure gauge, I believe, there. All these little bits and pieces that are going on his belt, silver belt buckle. Loads of different colours. So yeah, there's these parts are all silver, then there's black, and then the piping here is kind of black with like some sort of red dry brush all over it. So yeah, there's a few different colours on it, so that's good. The flight suit, kind of sandy yellow colour, the classic Bossk flight suit we all know and love. He's got these cylinders on his legs, like I said before, so they're all strapped in there, so like grenade cylinders or gas. When I took him out of the box, these were actually encased with plastic. I had to remove these, so that's quite cool that they actually looked after them so they don't get damaged. So the skin has been picked out really nicely with loads of scales. You guys can see that all the way down there. It's had like it's painted like a green colour and then be washed over. So these have washed it in all the scales, which brings out all the detail. Nice claw, different colour again, you know, kind of bone-like there. It's been washed all over. Same as his head as well, same colour scheme there. So nice head sculpt on Bossk. He's got these really kind of boggly eyes, and they're kind of you know, magenta, reddy orange colour. They're all shiny as well, so nice gloss. They look like reptilian, with yeah, the big pupil in the middle there, so it does look like he's literally like death staring. Yeah. Inside his mouth, they picked out bits of the gum in there and his teeth as well. All the scaling all the way goes all across it. So yeah, it's really, really cool. The wash has picked out everything. Yeah, so he looks really, really nice. The thing I like about this whole undersuit and everything like that in his flight suit is that it feels like there's so many layers to it. So we've got like the sandy yellow layer under here, and then he's got this white over top part with the ribbing on it, which has all been picked out, and he's got this kind of black leather undersuit underneath that as well. So it's all layered up over the suit, which makes it just look really believable, like really, really good narrative to the figure. So much going on. So let's talk accessories. Bossk comes with a couple. He's got two interchangeable hands, so they're both in the open pose, same wash with the green and the bone colour of the talons. So we've got one there and one there, both the same. So I'm sure he can hold his gun better. So you get two of those with him, and then you get the trusty Relby rifle that we use on Battlefront to blow everyone away. It's got a crazy grenade launcher. Again, this one's really nice. It's got a strap on it, so it just sits over him there. The gun is made of like a hollow plastic. Pretty basic paint job on it though. Again, yeah, there's no detail on like the handle, the grip. You know, it's just painted silver with a bit of weathering over it. It's kind of like got a brown dry brush over it as well. You know, it's nice. I just wish I could have seen perhaps, you know, the handle is perhaps going to be, you know, there's like material on the handle for comfort, so perhaps that would be a different colour. You know, I always feel that like they put so much effort into the figures, and then the accessories that come with them is just literally like a, you know, bland coloured gun. But ever since, you know, it's his rifle. Everyone's aware of it. It's a great gun. And as I say, it looks apart, but as I say, I just wish there'd be a bit more detail on that. But that's all the accessories you get with Bossk. So just like with every figure, you get a display base for Bossk. It's got the Star Wars logo on the back. It's just literally like a matte black finish on top of the base, and it's got a little, as always, the expandable spring peg that you literally put on the back of it, and you can adjust those hooks at the top of it there to whatever height you want to display your figure, and he doesn't move. Really good. With regard to his flight suit coming off, there are pegs there and there are holes in there that you can pull it out. I don't know, I don't think you're supposed to do it though. You can do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then the hands, as always, pop off with the ball joints. There's one there and you literally get the second hand. Nice and easy these ones go in because there's no other material around the wrist. There we go. So there we go all. There's my review of the Sideshow Collectables 1/6 scale Bossk. Pretty solid figure, happy to add him to the rest of my Bounty Hunter collection. In hindsight now, looking at the figure and playing with it for a little while, there's a couple of things that I'm not too sure about. My figure's joints in his legs are quite loose and he does have trouble standing up, so watch out for that. His face as well, I would have liked to have seen his jaw move or open. I know you're not going to get a second head sculpt, but it just would be nice if I could display him with his mouth open as if he was roaring like in Battlefront. It does really kind of look like he's kind of almost smiling a little bit. His face looks quite happy. When I look at it sometimes, but you know, it is what it is. The gun detail obviously could be, you know, a little better as well, but you know, these are minor gripes. I'm sure you guys, if you got the hold of him, you'd love him just as much as I do. He's out there now, £200. He's probably going to be just on the Sideshow site because they're not distributing him massively worldwide. Probably, if you haven't got the rest of the Bounty Hunters, not worth that much money on it, as the amount of detail and, you know, accessories don't really match up to Hot Toys, and Hot Toys have got some great stuff coming out the first quarter of this year. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I say, yeah, just like post everywhere you can. I need more subscribers, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks everybody, see you later.
Find MDW on Facebook and Instagram now at MDW_toys.